Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we mentioned earlier, we'll be talking about the role of women in scientific research and, of course, the presidential initiatives concerning women and the role of women in such initiatives. And we're very much honored to have with us today Dr. Dalia Younis, Vice Dean of the International Transport and Logistics College, and also member of the Scientific Committee in the National Council for Women, NCW. Thank you very much, Dr. Dalia, for coming. Always a pleasure having you with us.
Thank you, me too. Thank you very much.
Now, Dr. Dalia, to start with, would you tell us about the changes experienced by women here in Egypt in the past few years?
First of all, I just want to thank very much His Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi for his continuous development, continuous encouraging for all women. Especially we found now we have 10 ministers, 10 beigs, 10 files in important government. They take 10 files talking about issues very important. That's first time to happen in Egypt. Second, I just want to mention that we have more than 60% of women at upper of Egypt. They are already enrolled in education now. That's first time also, because as you kindly know that women at upper of Egypt, they have a very few number of people enrolled in education. Also, we cannot forget in 2020 at Parliament, women exceed the average. We spend like 27% acting at Parliament, women having a file, working in different countries, different files. So everything, I think it's changed, become different than before. That's changing in 7 years. I think much more development, much more encouraging for a woman. That's coming from his trust for the woman. They can do, they can work, they can act in different places, different criteria.
Indeed. And let's talk more about the role of scientific research in the development of any society and how women play a role in scientific research. Where do they stand in scientific research, especially that you are a member of the Scientific Research Committee in the National Council for Women?
At NCW, first of all, I want to thank you again, Dr. Maya Morsi. She encouraged and she support every woman financially, law, medicine, medical, agriculture, in different places, different criteria. So she has this support. But in my committee, for a scientific committee, we make it different types of research in different places for supporting a woman, indeed, because we have few number of members under supervision of Her Excellency Dr. Nadia Zakheri. We make a different researches, all of it going toward the woman, going to support the woman in different places and work, being not working, needed woman, every type of woman. So we make a research, education, medicine, scientific. So we make already a different research related to the woman and supporting the woman in this committee.
So the research that you conduct in the National Council for Women in the Scientific Research Committee, what is the next step after you make the research? How do you deliver the outcome of your research to the authorities so that you would come up with the conclusions and they are actually implemented on the ground?
We have every research we have in this committee, a main person already carrying a file, carrying a responsibility for this research and taking the responsibility to come true. For example, we have a Marie-Louise with us. She take a research and take a people for working in different criteria and different issues related to this research. So we going toward to achieve this research to be and coming true with the person working with us in this committee under the supervision of Dr. Nadia, because we are now working with the research or theoretical part. We try to be practical issues in this research. Yes. That's we need, because we are facing this problem. Actually, we are working with this
and that's the
problem.
role of a researcher. A researcher actually,
Yes.
yes, digs into the problem on the real ground,
Yes,
and tries to find solutions for
yes,
them.
that's our target. It's not only the research, is how we can transfer the research to be a reality, and working with this research in actual plan and actual work in our community.
Do you think that we need more women researchers here in Egypt?
Everything, every place we need research, because that's a startup, that's point for know what exactly we need to put our hand on it, and whenever we know what we need, we can move to other criteria and other plan. So if we have a research in medicine, we will know what exactly we need in this part. If we have a research in education, we will know exactly what we will need in this part. So research is a startup point for every place to come true.
But in your committee, your research is focused on the needs of women.
Of course, in different places, in different criteria, in different places. So we have a different aspects, characteristics needed, because the woman is different from place to other, from Alexandria to Upper of Egypt, from Cairo to village. So we have a different need for different women. We make research for every woman, exactly every case, every committee, every minister, even every needed what, because we want to transfer it to be reality and to come true.
Okay. Now, Dr. Dalia, what about the presidential initiatives? In your own opinion, how important are those initiatives, especially for women?
Latest, I feel that His Excellency President Abdel Fattah Sisi make outstanding initiative, that's Haya Karima initiative. I think it started 2nd of January 2019, I think. They spent like 3 stages, 3 years. Every stage they already have different task. So they already make outstanding, unique initiative in Egypt. That's first time to have this one, for example. Why? Because they already concerned about development the villages from 2. The villages like 1400 village, around of 1400, will cover 15 million population in Egypt, enormous number of people and population, for quality of life, how the infrastructure, how they live, education, sports, living. So the quality of life that he's concerned, that's one of the best ever initiatives happen in Egypt this day. And we have also, maybe that's attached to the woman and attached to everyone, I think in Egypt, that's 100 million health initiatives. That's outstanding. No one in Egypt doesn't know, or don't know exactly what's this initiative for. They already fully informative what this initiative gonna have, because their health. So here His Excellency support for 2 parts, education and living and health.
Improving the living standards and also health. And there is another initiative especially dedicated to the health of women.
Yes.
And it's also very important, and we have seen campaigns on that. How do you see the role of raising awareness regarding these campaigns? What is the role of the media in this regard? How should the ordinary citizen know about these initiatives and know what would be the impact on him or on her after these initiatives are implemented?
We need support. We need the media support. We need to spread the announcement for every lady, every woman, to know exactly what's her right, what's her responsibility, what's her duty, what's her focus on her case, because every woman needed specific task, specific need different than any woman. So exactly when we announce and spread this announcement for the woman, what's your right and what's your responsibility, whenever you know your rights, whenever you know your responsibility, in this case I think we're going to be much more matured to get, okay, I need this, or I don't need this, I can work with this, or I don't work with this. So you have totally responsible for your decision in this case. If you know the responsibility, if you know what's your right, I think they're gonna be much more needed for the woman. So the media having this focus and this awareness.
Dr. Dalia, let's go to your field of expertise, logistics.
Yes.
Would you explain to us what is logistics and what is the role of logistics in the society?
Logistics is a new techniques having here in our college that's unique. We will not have this specific and this specialization in Egypt, just only in my college or maybe in the Middle East. This specification talking about the tools and the know-how, how we can working with your organization, for example. For example, we are talking about that, for example, supply chain management. What supply chain is sequence activities sort from the supplier into the customers, because we are talking here about the manufacturer. So all of these tools we are considered in the supply chain. So we are responsible, your supplier, choose whose supplier I have to choose much more than other. I have to try to focus on the transportation way to get involved, to be inside my firm, inside my manufacturer. In the production line, I have to be aware exactly how I can manufacture the products, how I can get much more beneficial from that, till the end of the customers, and we need to have the customer satisfaction and customer loyalty. All of these tools and all of these techniques, that's your responsibility, that's your task in logistics. That's because of that, that's unique major, that's unique privilege we could not find in Egypt or Middle East, but it's needed, it's booming, it's one of the career we have to search about it, supply chain, transportation, all of it, trade, all of these tools, that's sectors inside the logistics, that's inside the sequence activities inside the manufacturer we need to focus on, because we're not working like accountant or lawyer or whatever. We need much more specification.
And do we have many women working in that field, or we still need more?
Of course. We already expected to have a different women for trucks, for aware by transportation way, trucks and double track and train. I think for this time we have a different woman working in logistics and outside logistics also. For example, we will find that we have pilot, we have an officer, we have judge, we have a different for different places. So logistics, one of the concern of these booming places we need to have, and we have actually a lot of ladies PhD holder or working as a practitioner in this field, so they have outstanding performance, outstanding communication awareness by how they are working in this place and this field.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much, Dr. Dalia Younis, Vice Dean of the International Transport and Logistics College, a member of the Scientific Committee in the National Council for Women. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Always an honor having you. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week's edition of Women's World. I'm Hala Al-Hamalawi signing off for now.